Here we go.
So on Saturday, I got run through by 101 guys. Now, I've had a lot of backlash so far about it, and I've seen some of the videos and I see your side. Like, I am not trying to encourage other girls to be doing that, like if they don't want to and feel like they have to do that. But my side is like, I'm just a girl trying to enjoy myself, trying to have fun, trying to make some content for you all, you know, trying to get my bag. Like, this is fun to me, this is what I enjoy, no one is forcing me to do this. And I feel like we're going back in time to where women are getting shamed for being a sluzzer.
Oh dear God. How does one even begin to pray for these whores? I do not know. But please speak through me, O God, so that we may bring back the burden of shame upon these harlots and cheek spreaders. So that even in the midst of their debauchery and whoredom, that they may yet one day see the light of salvation and turn away from the plethora of penises that they have taken into their womb. Oh God, for so long, these miscreants have hidden behind the fake facade of my body, my choice, whoring away their best years. Please, God, purge these whores and let them listen so that they have ears to hear and legs that close, or let them fall by the wayside after they reach the wall, where they will no doubt dwell in the purgatory of loneliness that awaits them. Hey, fucking man.
Before we get started, let me shout out this guy, Josh Peters, who did a wonderful job documenting this entire thing. Please do go and check out his channel on YouTube. I don't know how much footage I'm going to be able to include in this video from his documentary. I'm not trying to include a bunch. I just want to give you guys certain snippets that I think were interesting to focus on, okay? But anyway, this is Lily Phillips, okay? And Lily Phillips, who is Australian, is in the adult entertainment industry. And the only reason we're even talking about her is because she decided that it would be in her best interest to bust it wide open for over 100 men in 14 hours. That's right. She took 101 penises into the depths of her cavernous hole, okay, and documented the entire thing. Now, it's not uncommon for adult film stars to take on multiple rides, but 101 men in 14 hours is radical, even for someone in the industry, right? Now, let me note that taking on multiple men isn't something that's new for this chick. Prior to the 100 dudes, she was with 37 dudes in one session. And prior to that, she was with 23 dudes in one session. And she represents everything that the modern day woman takes pride in. Being sexually liberated and sleeping with whoever, whenever, wherever. And when she was asked about securing a lifetime partner as a result of her career, she said, quote, that she'd like to end up with someone either from the industry or somebody who was, quote, okay with lending her out.
And do you think your partner one day will be someone from the industry most likely, or?
Yeah, I talk about this a lot with my parents because that's the one thing I guess they worry about is like, will you ever find a boyfriend?
Yeah.
But there's so many guys out in the world. I think, you know, one poor bastard's got to marry me. I rather think it's going to be someone from the industry or someone who is into lending me out.
Lending you out?
Yeah.
Now, you may be wondering, how did she select the 100 lucky men to bust her cheeks wide open? Well, in order to be selected, you had to apply through her OnlyFans, which means you had to be a subscriber to her content, most likely already. Some subscribe just for this chance.
I'm Lily Phillips, and today I'm getting run through by 100 guys.
Now, you might call that great marketing, right? I mean, we can all say whatever we want about her, but this chick is raking in a lot of money from men that are down bad. She's charging $300 for 5 minutes and up to $500 for 10 minutes of a video call. Okay, to put that in perspective, she's making more money in 5 to 10 minutes than I make in an entire 12-hour shift.
Show you my first month, $13,338.
And can you give us like any indication as to what a more recent month might look like?
I'll just show you. I don't really want to say if that's okay.
I think it's more money than you might be imagining. And you made me pay for the cab.
But down with the patriarchy, right? Anyway, her first month on OnlyFans, she generated over $13,000. And I think it's safe to say that these days, she's probably generating close to, if not more, than 6 figures in 1 month. And when you put it in that type of perspective, it's not hard to see why she quit college and jumped into the adult industry head first. Mind you, Lily Phillips is a special case, okay? Because again, not every OF model is making that kind of money that she is. In fact, if you watch the last video I did on Sophie Rain, then you know that most of them are struggling, okay, to clear a couple $100 a month, let alone thousands. So it's safe to say that Lily Phillips is one of the special ones who ended up with a ton of visibility and who was able to capitalize off of that visibility. Now, she mentions in the documentary that she has her dad's friends hitting her up on OnlyFans, making special requests. And I gotta ask the community of men that are watching, okay? How would you feel if you found out that your daughter was doing adult film content, but also that one of your friends, your best friends, had subscribed to her channel and was paying her to do things for them in private? How would y'all feel about that? And Lily is totally okay with it. She says that she's just trying to keep it professional, whatever the fuck that means in the context of an OF model, right? She's just cool with it. This sort of behavior is being normalized day in and day out to our sons, to our daughters, and it's not just the women that deserve the blame. Because if it weren't for men's disgusting habits and uncontrolled sexual libido, then the OF media content space would be null and void. It'd be dead. But when you have guys that are out here down bad, paying hundreds of dollars for a bottle of spit from Lily Phillips, then what level of morality and pride can you actually really expect from men?
This guy's paid for a bottle of spit in a 6-minute video.
You did what, sorry?
I paid for like a bottle of spit, like just me like spitting into a bottle.
And is he going to receive that? Or?
Yeah, I'll send it in the post.
If you really want to know how down bad men are, she has men eating their semen on a 3-minute FaceTime call.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
All the best. Are you? Is it that you're going to get him to eat his own semen?
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
I want you to take it and eat it. Well done. Thanks for being my loser. Bye.
Oh my God! If you know whoever that man is, please send him my channel, because that is certainly not a Millionaire Money Mind, and that fool is down epically bad, and he needs to hear the voice of reason. They had one guy who flew in to this event from Switzerland. Let me tell you how bad this shit is. At one point in the documentary, Josh asked Lily, he says, hey, are you gonna let these dudes just, erupt all over you? She's like, yeah. He's like, on your face? She's like, yeah. He says, in your mouth? She says, yeah. Then he asks her, what if they have HIV? And her response is very telling. It's the scariest thing you'll ever see or hear.
Are you going to kiss any of the guys?
Definitely. I feel like some of them would be a bit put off, especially when they know I've just had like 57 guys inside me or whatever.
Why do you think that would put them off?
I think it's more if someone's to my face. I can imagine that's what's put another guy off.
So you would let like these guys do that on your face?
Yeah.
And in your mouth?
Yeah.
What if they had HIV?
Is that where it comes from? With spunk in the mouth?
It can.
Oh, really?
This is a person who is actively sleeping with hundreds of dudes. And not only is she not concerned about contracting a life-altering disease, but she doesn't even know how you contracted. She's not even a little bit aware. If that doesn't petrify you with fear as a man who has to navigate out here with these kinds of women walking amongst us, then nothing will. So another interesting point in the documentary was the day before this massive bust down event was supposed to take place, right? They had dozens of men cancel at the last minute. So whether they got scared and, they just, maybe they came to their senses or something came up, they just couldn't make it. Whatever the case, they had a lot of men back out at the last minute, right? So that meant that they were pressed for time to then find dozens of men who could replace those that backed out, which meant that there was no way in hell that they had enough time to test the new batch of men for any kind of infections or diseases prior to this event. And even with condoms for every guy who participated, there's just way too many things that those contraceptives will not protect against. Every dude got 5 minutes with her. One guy they interviewed said he spent well over 1,000 pounds, including flight, subscription, and his hotel stay, just to get that 5 minutes. And he asked him, hey, was it worth it? He says, absolutely. So anyway, this event goes off. After her being late, she goes on to do the deed.
I am doing the first group of the day. I think I'm 10 guys down, and this is the next 5, so...
Oh yeah, I want that.
Right there. Very, very excited.
And ends up sleeping with 101 men in the span of 14 hours. And despite how much she told Josh that she was excited, quote unquote, afterwards, maybe how she really feels is on display, because she ends up breaking down in tears and has to take a minute to get herself together for the camera.
It's not for the weak, girls, if I'm honest. It was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it, like...
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah. Just one in, one out, like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry. It's okay. Just take
1 minute.
She can say whatever she wants and whatever she thinks the reason for that breakdown was, but there's a clear answer for me, okay? And that answer is, you're not supposed to have all those dudes and all those bodies on you. You're not supposed to be sleeping with 100 guys in half a day. Your body isn't even meant to take that kind of physical abuse, let alone the mental toll that comes along with it. And your emotional trauma of whatever you just put yourself through is speaking for you. That's what's happening. But the unfortunate thing is that no matter how many times we shame this type of behavior, there will always, always, always be somebody on the other side of the fence saying, it's okay. Do you, girl. Do whatever you want. And that's the problem. After her massive gangbang, she goes on to Twitter and says,
She announced to her fans that in February of 2025, she would be sleeping with 1,000 men in a single day to break the world record.
Last week I did 101 guys. Now this was just the warm-up, because in February I'm going to be the first person ever to reach 4 digits of guys all in one day. Yes, 1,000 guys.
This girl started her OnlyFans back in 2020. It's reported that in 2024 alone, she slept with 640 different men. I don't care how much these people try to convince you that this is normal behavior. It's abnormal and it's dangerous. And to hear that she's essentially looking to 10x the number of phalluses in one day that she takes, isn't some glorious stance of liberation. It's an unfortunate cry for attention. And sadly, she won't be the last. I fear that many women will follow in her footsteps because they see this as liberation. But y'all let me know what you think. I will certainly be reading the comments. And God bless. I'll see y'all on the next one.